See, Gibson Jamaica is a shooter.
And the Enjoy Illinois 300 is underway.
Spin, and this shot here by Robert Thomas was a thing of beauty.
For Missouri, it's another the rivalry game against Kansas last weekend that they dropped in Lawrence, and up next, the bragging rights game in St. Louis against Illinois, another one that really means something to that program.
Good evening and welcome to Sports Plus. We're diving into a basketball finish for the ages, a unique St. Louis NFL connection, and shining a light on the Blues' fight against cancer. But we start on the hardwood. Between the Kansas rivalry game and this Friday's bragging rights game came today's Mizzou matchup with Seton Hall. That game was played in Kansas City, of all places, go figure. But as it turned out, Illinois also tuned up for the bragging rights game today, so we check in on both teams. And so for tonight's main event, we see the Tigers first and their matchup with the Pirates. Tough matchup for the Tigers today against perennial tournament team Seton Hall. Mizzou was connecting from deep early. Noah Carter, that's money. KC native Tamar Bates, that's good for 3 of his team-high 22. And then Connor Vanover is going to keep it close, going into the half with that putback dunk. But the Pirates broke out in the second half. This bucket made it a 17-point game with 13 minutes left. Mizzou had one final rally. Nice finish from Sean East to get it within 6, but they wouldn't get much closer. Pirates pull away thanks to 25 from Alamir Dawes and beat the Tigers 93-87. Now for the Illini, Brett Underwood and company were back at home hosting Colgate today, and Terrence Shannon Jr. should be a first-round draft pick. He does it on offense, blowing past everybody on the fast break. And then he's going to do it on defense with a monster block, one of 5 he had today. Coleman Hawkins led the way in the scoring with 16 points, and Illinois wins 74-57. The Missouri and Illinois women got the jump on bragging rights today in Champaign, and it was a great game. Mama Dembele through the lane and won. Mizzou up 1 late. Haley Frank in the lane. Nice move. That put the Tigers up by 6. Illinois wouldn't go away, though. Makira Cook layup for 2. That's good. It's a 2-point game with 30 seconds left. But Mizzou would make their free throws, and they claim bragging rights. They win 69-66 in Champaign.
He was fantastic. You just want to be out on the floor. You certainly understand the emotion. Now you got to get something going quick. 2-possession game. Yeah, but you got to get something going quick.
Well, there are great endings to a game, and then there's what Terrence Hargrove Jr. did last night. The East St. Louis native put the Billikens on his back and delivered one of the most dominating finishes we've ever seen in St. Louis sports.
Hargrove for the win!
Hold on, let's rewind this thing. Here's the situation. SLU is in danger of losing a game to Louisiana Tech. They controlled pretty much the whole way. With 30 seconds left, the Bills are down 6. And then it turned into TJ time.
Take it.
See what happens when you let the game come to you. I mean, good things happen to you.
Push it. That's right. Hargrove again. Hargrove for 3.
And sometimes when you're on, you're on.
Time winding down. Hargrove for the win.
11 points in the last 28 seconds to win the game. That is Reggie Miller against the Knicks or Tracy McGrady against the Spurs territory.
Then my brother came up to me after the game talking about that's some Tracy McGrady type deal, and I was like, I forgot Tracy McGrady did something like that.
Not even TJ knew the last one was going in for sure.
No, like the way it came off, like it came off good, but like the way I was leaning forward type. So it was like, but when I seen it go in, I was like, oh my God. I was like, that's why I walked off, because I was like, what did I just do? That was my first ever game winner. I've never hit a game winner. I've hit big shots, but I've never hit a game winner. And that moment, that feeling, like it's different, like it's surreal. This is what I work hard for. This is what I put extra work in for times and moments like these.
And you know Hargrove's biggest fan was the most excited of all.
Amazing! Amazing! And it feels good! Yes!
That's my #1 lady. Like we've been through the storm together, we've been through the good times, the hard times, and she's always gave it 110% no matter what we did. And I just to see that smile on her face on Twitter after the game, it just made me smile, because I'm like, man, that's all I ever want to do is make her proud.
Finish of the day in the NFL, Bears and Browns. Cleveland leading by 3. Final heave from Justin Fields. He gets it to the end zone, and it's swatted around. Darnell Mooney has a chance to secure it for the game-winning touchdown, but he just can't get it. Take a look again at just how close this was. Ugh, that's what it's like being a Bears fan. Browns win 2017 to move to 9-5 on the year. It's another NFL Sunday without a St. Louis team to follow, but the same can't be said about St. Louis natives in the league. I spotlight the St. Louisans helping lead a historically downtrodden franchise to glory after the break.
Sports Plus, sponsored by Nissan. We make cars that thrill.
Fourth and 2. Goff to the end zone. Touchdown. Third time to Laporta. He is putting on a show.
Without an NFL team in St. Louis, we are the football nomads of America. Sure, it's easy to jump on the Chiefs bandwagon if you want to, but here at 5 on Your Side, we like to treat our hometown athletes as our NFL team. If a St. Louis kid has a big day, we're going to tell you about it. And right now, there's no better St. Louis NFL story than what's happening in Detroit. And that is this week's Spotlight Story.
Pulled in. Touchdown. Michael Pruitt.
Any given Sunday when you flip on NFL Red Zone, you're probably going to see a St. Louis kid making a big highlight. Whether it's Edwardsville's A.J. Epinesa dominating for the Bills.
He's going to go.
SLU's Tony Adams coming up clutch.
Picked off by Tony Adams. Adams on the run.
Or begrudgingly rooting for those Rams in Vianney's Kyron Williams.
He's in the end zone, and that's a Ram touchdown.
St. Louis talent is everywhere. Something odd is happening in Detroit, though. The Lions have not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 St. Louis area natives leading them to a breakout season. And we have to start on special teams. Punter Jack Fox is from Ladue, kicker Riley Patterson is from Edwardsville, and they make quite the combo.
So I actually went to his wedding in St. Louis, and yeah, we spent a lot of time together, and I'm lucky to have him around.
It's been a blessing for sure, being able to talk to somebody from the same area, doing the same type of stuff. Someone who enjoys eating Emo's pizza.
Patterson has some clutch kicks in his career, and Fox is one of the best punters in the league with one of the largest contracts for a punter in NFL history. And like good St. Louisans, they're still sour about the lack of an NFL team in their hometown.
I was mad, just like every other St. Louisan out there. So yeah, I'm sour about it still.
Special teams is just the start of the St. Louis-Detroit connection, though.
Third time to Laporta. He is putting on a show.
The Lions' breakout superstar, rookie tight end Sam Laporta, yeah, he's from Highland. With 9 touchdowns and close to 800 yards receiving, the former Bulldog is putting together one of the best seasons by a rookie tight end in NFL history.
He fits right in, man. He plays like a vet. It seems like he knows exactly what he's doing. He's great at finding space. He's fast. He's athletic. And really, he's a great guy. Everybody likes him. So he's really been a treat to have on the team, and he's really good, man. It's been cool to see him play this well.
And if Laporta is the tank, Jameson Williams is the Ferrari.
Touchdown!
The Cardinal Ritter grad out of Alabama is one of the most electric receivers in football when he gets the ball in his hands, and he is just touching the surface of his potential.
He's the fastest human being I've ever seen. I don't know if anybody saw him the last week against the Saints. He had a little run play where he got a touchdown, and there was like a 10-yard stretch where it's like, holy cow, this guy's the fastest guy I've ever seen.
Together, the St. Louis Lions have helped lead their team to their best season in years. At 10-4, the Lions have a starving Detroit fan base dreaming big. And the STL kids have a pretty good comparison for what this moment feels like in Michigan right now.
Most of our away games, it seems like half the crowd is Detroit Lions fans. So that's really special, and just the buzz around the city is unbelievable. It kind of feels like October baseball in St. Louis.
It's pretty cool to be a part of something like that. You kind of have to pinch yourself, you're one of these guys on one of those teams that, hopefully we're going to make a run this year.
So if you're a St. Louis football nomad looking for a good story with a local tie-in to root for the rest of the way, these guys have your pitch.
We're just a fun team who happen to have a bunch of St. Louisans who are all proud of St. Louis.
More NFL action today. The Dallas Cowboys went to upstate New York and got absolutely crushed. James Cook was the star of the show for Buffalo. He had 221 total yards, scored twice. Meanwhile, Dak Prescott could not get anything going. He was held to 134 yards and was picked off once. Buffalo keeps their playoff hopes alive as they win 31-10. I always wondered what happened to this guy after he left the land of Oz. Apparently he's a Patriots fan. Has the Chiefs' Patrick Mahomes finally found a receiver he can count on? Rashee Rice had 9 catches and missed touchdown a day. The Chiefs didn't find much to cure their issues, but the Patriots were good for a 1-week break. Mahomes had 2 TD passes. Taylor Swift approved. It's tough to be a Patriots fan right now. They are 3-11 as KC wins 27-17.
To the speedster Cairo. He darts up the middle. In on goal. Cairo. Save. Rebound. They score! Parayko wins it!
Jordan Cairo was the star of last night's win with 3 points. 2 nights after getting booed by the fans, last night was a much different story.
It's awesome. I love playing here. I love this rink. It was a great win by us tonight.
He looked like an elite player in the league, and he did things the right way. Every time he touched the puck, he was dangerous. I thought he was outstanding.
Now, after recently being diagnosed with leukemia, I need you more than ever. So with the support of you, my Blues family, I'm up for the biggest fight of my life.
Blues icon Kelly Chase went public with his diagnosis this week as the Blues and the NHL marked Hockey Fights Cancer Night. Along with Chaser, Blues president and CEO Chris Zimmerman has a personal reason to get the word out about the cause. Frank Cusimano's chat with Chris is tonight's Sunday Conversation.
This partnership with the V Foundation really means a lot to you. Why did you decide to do it?
Well, really, it starts with the NHL. When you talk about cancer research, you put it together with sports, ESPN. I mean, that is an incredibly powerful set of brands, if you will, that are going to enable us to just do more and to raise more funds.
And one of the faces of this franchise for decades has been Kelly Chase. Now he's a powerful figure in your approach here.
I mean, Kelly, yes, has been such an important part of the community. And now as he fights another challenging cancer battle, I think our fans, the community, really stepping up and helping support new research, new programs that are going to help Kelly and many others. That's part of what makes this so important.
It really hits home with you. You lost your bride, Emily, this past year. And I imagine you're thinking she would want you to be involved in this, correct?
Well, as you and many people know, Emily was all about the community. She was all about supporting others. There's no question Emily would have not only wanted but expected me and the Blues, not just about her, but really about so many that are in need. Emily was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer stage 4 last October. And the odds and the numbers you know are against you, and yet from day one, she fought courageously. Her spirit was powerful and motivating, and so much of the time people would come and see her, and obviously she was battling some tough circumstances, but she was always concerned about what was going on in other people's lives. We were married for 36 years, and I would say that I have a different level of courage, and much of that is motivated, inspired by her legacy and just the blessing of the life that we had together.
Every December, sports director Frank Cusimano puts together his list of the most intriguing sports figures for the year. From new faces in town to breakout athletes both in St. Louis and Columbia, he had plenty of choices to pick from. Here's Frank's list for 2023.
Number 10, Carolyn Kindle. The City SC owner didn't score a goal, devise a game plan, or acquire a player. All she did was build one of the great soccer facilities in the MLS and created an environment of success. Number 9, Brady Cook. From beleaguered to beloved, the Mizzou quarterback just had a season of 3,400 total yards and 28 combined touchdowns. No more booing, just take a bow, Brady. Number 8, Jordan Walker. Okay, it wasn't quite an Albert Pujols rookie season, but keep in mind he started the season as a 20-year-old, and he finished the year with the highest batting average among regulars. He also had a .342 on-base percentage. Unpack your bags, Jordan, and stay a while. Number 7, Braden Shen. He was named the 24th captain in Blues history. He responded with another 20-goal season. He's the blood and guts of this franchise, who's capable of the Gordie Howe hat trick at any time. A goal, an assist, and a fight. Number 6, Roman Berkey. The City SC goaltender was the highest paid goalie in the league and the best goalie in the league. The first MLS goalkeeper to notch 17 wins in his first season. Throw in 8 clean sheets, and you have a legitimate star. Number 5, Dennis Gates. I have a feeling he will be number 1 on this list one day. Picked to finish 9th in the SEC, the Mizzou basketball team finished 4th, 25 wins, and they followed up with arguably the best recruiting class in the country. He's really good with pretty good talent. Imagine what he will be like with 5-star talent. Number 4, Desiree Reed-Francois. The athletic director at Mizzou extended the football coach and hired the basketball coach. She's on top of everything from stadium improvements to name, image, and likeness deals. Number 3, Bradley Carnell. The City SC coach did not win Coach of the Year, but he could have. Come on, an expansion team winning the Western Conference? It's more than that, though. This coach has people skills that every coach should try to emulate. Number 2, Eli Drinkwitz. From hot seat to hot commodity, his loyalty to his quarterback paid off. He embraced name, image, and likeness and invaded the portal. His coordinator hires have been home runs, and I don't think Eli Drinkwitz will be a one-year wonder. Number 1, Cody Schrader. His career began in Kirksville in a stadium that seats 4,000. It will end in the Cotton Bowl, where they will seat over 90,000. What didn't he do? Best walk-on, best running back, best story. Cody Schrader is our most compelling athlete of 2023.
Time now for the Victory Men's Health, Frankly Speaking. And a word about the biggest story in St. Louis sports this week. In the span of a few days, Jordan Kyrou went from being the local pariah to the town hero. The whole thing was uncomfortable, but now it presents an opportunity. Kyrou gets a fresh start. He's not above criticism, but he has reminded all of us that there's a human side to the business of pro sports. These are real people with real emotions. All St. Louis fans ever ask of a player is that they show up and give their best. And I believe Jordan Kyrou does that. And I also believe that when things are right, he's one of the most talented athletes we've ever seen on the ice. Blues fans were looking for a place to put their collective anger over losing a beloved coach, and Kyrou put himself in the crossfire. Now that the hatchet has been buried, it's time to build something better. And if the fans and the Kyrou that showed up on Saturday night are the ones we see going forward, I know it can still be a rewarding relationship between athlete and city. That's our show for tonight. For producer Andy Moeller, I am Corey Miller. Have a great night, St. Louis.